I think it's on now.
Oh.
Well, hello, folks. How are y'all doing? We are just sitting down to Southern Sunday lunch, brunch today. We're having breakfast. Our church didn't meet today because of snow and ice. So, Mama said she's going to fix breakfast for lunch. We got up this morning. We had our coffee. We sat around and we did really get engaged in breakfast. And I said, well, it's time for me to get ready to do Sunday school highlights. And Mama said, well, let's just have breakfast for lunch. And I said, you go, Mama.
I like it sometimes.
Mama we love breakfast for supper, best of all. In fact, really the least time I like breakfast is of the morning because, I don't know, it just seems like it's a lot of work that early in the morning. But we love breakfast for supper of the evenings, and we like it for midday on Saturday or Sunday.
Your daddy loved breakfast for supper too.
Look at this feast Mama's got us. We got homemade biscuits. That's a little bit of pork tenderloin, some fried apples over there, and some of Mama's homemade gravy.
And the reason the biscuits looks that way is I didn't cut them out or put them in my hands like I do. I scooped them out with like a ice cream scoop today. I was in a...
You scoop biscuits. Well, they look fine, Mama.
Yeah.
They just look a little rougher on the top. But...
Yeah, but that's why I just scooped them out. I was lazy, like, thank you.
You're welcome, Mama. They look delicious, and I bet you they taste delicious. I've never known Mama to make a bad biscuit. I'm going to go ahead and chop this one
You
up.
ain't eat that yet, so you might order.
Well, let me go ahead and take care of that right now, Mama. I'll tell you what this biscuit... To perfection as usual.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful, Mama.
Good.
I don't think it matters how you dip them out as long as you dip them out. Look at this gravy. Now, this is just milk gravy. We've shown you all how to make all this stuff through the time. So, we just take bacon grease, put it in the skillet, and you want to put equal parts bacon grease, equal parts flour, and we use self-rising or plain. Some people don't use self-rising, but for gravy, but we do. And you just stir it to cook the flour, and then we pour half a can of, well, not half a can necessarily, but half evaporated milk and half water is how we make ours. And it turns out creamy and delicious and good. Some people make it just with water. Some people make it just with milk. But we use what we call canned cream, which you all call evaporated milk, and which is on the label now. It used to be pet cream, though. I even remember that, I believe.
You're old.
Mama! Another thing we love is cinnamon apples for breakfast or brunch. These are darker than usual because they've been cooked. We didn't cook these today. We cooked all these the other day when she made the pies.
And I got a wee bit much.
A wee bit much cinnamon, she said.
Yeah, I'll be honest. But
and then the pork tenderloin is just like a pork chop.
It's been cubed or
tenderized.
That's what I'm trying to think of.
So there is our Southern Sunday lunch brunch today.
Lunch brunch.
Lunch brunch today.
And we're having some freezer strawberry preserves.
You all watched Mama make them.
My hand's wet from picking it up.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And we just want to say thank you for your many blessings and bless this food to the nourishment of our body. Be with all of the prayer requests that are turned in and just watch over us, lead and guide and direct us in your will and your glory. Amen.
Amen.
Folks, this right here, this would have been a reason for fighting when I was a kid. You see this biscuit right here? This is the baby biscuit. And you know, you've always got that little bit of dough left. Mama always made a baby biscuit, and that was mine. And it's the first one I ate, and I grabbed it first. And if somebody ever got my baby biscuit,
your daddy would aggravate you sometimes.
I would have been puffed up. What are y'all up to today? Is it snowing where you are? That's exactly how my mom makes it. Yes, I couldn't see her name, but I saw the words. I always use self-rising flour with gravy. We do too, 9 times out of 10. If we have it and it's right there, would use it. I don't really know. Mama, what's the difference?
Plain flour don't have the baking soda and the baking.
I mean, I know the difference between the flour, but why? What does it matter for gravy to use self-rising?
Well, my oldest sister, would not use self-rising flour, or her husband, because they said it foams too much.
Oh, because of the baking soda.
Baking soda and baking powder in it. But
I never did notice ours foaming.
It never did bother me. I never did notice it that much either. And
oh, Mama, this is delicious.
That's got some of that tenderloin grease in that gravy is the reason it's.
These are fried eggs or over medium eggs. We do scrambled or over medium, either one. Some people just do one and one only, but I think we like them about equally as well, don't we, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
I do. Let's try this tenderloin.
I'm busy shoveling it in over here.
You're hungry, ain't you, huh?
Yeah.
Tenderloin's delicious.
Got everything on the go today. We won't have no supper tonight. We'll be eating all of this so late.
No, we won't have to eat again, Mama. We'll just eat once today. We'll snack later. There's stuff in there. There's turkey salad we made from the turkey we had last week. It's probably still good. I just put a little bit of mayonnaise in it. Chopped it up, put a little mayonnaise in it, and stirred it up. Put some pickle relish in it, just like you do. Basically, tuna salad. Oh, that coffee sure does hit the spot. It says, "Can you deliver?" Wait. That was Johnny Creekmore. That was Johnny Creekmore from over on Indian Mountain. We probably could deliver to him. He just lives right there over the road.
I'd even walk and take it to the poor little fella.
It's one of Mama's youngins. They're the ones that brings the fruit for the treat bags at church from Riverside Produce down there in Williamsburg. John and Junior and Caroline they're always doing commercials. And I'm sure Sam will when he gets a little older. I don't know if Sam's done a commercial yet or not. But this is today. What we're having. Hey, Mama.
Oh, no. You pulled a joke out from somewhere.
I got a good one today, Mama. It reminded me of you.
Oh, Lord.
Actually, it reminded me of,
crazy then if it reminds me of.
It reminded me of you at every church service, every time we went out of this house, every trip in the car.
Oh.
What did the mother rope say to the baby rope?
What did the mother rope say to the baby rope?
Yep.
Are you clean?
Same thing you said to me every time we left this house. Every time anybody was coming to this house. When I was a kid.
You must be on your best behavior.
What did the mother rope say to the baby rope? Don't be naughty.
No. You must
Not
be on
to
your very best behavior.
Mama would give me a lecture, and I didn't even do anything.
That's just in case you did.
She would say, "Now, don't you get down here." And I don't know if y'all use this term, but in the South we use it all the time. Show yourself. Don't you get down there and show yourself. You act like you had some raisin. And that meant, you better be good, or you'll face the consequences when I get you back home.
I'll beat the tar out of you.
And Mama would give me the look while we were at the event or what church that said, "That's one."
You're not supposed to tell everything. What if I got to 3?
I don't remember very many times ever going to 3.
Because you always straightened up at 2. I'd give you a whipping if I ever had to say 3.
So, hello, Amy. Hey, Tina. How are you? Hey, Paula. Activating star. I see something on here. Activate a star party. I don't know all about that, but I know every once in a while stars will explode on the screen. And I thank you all. This is all new to us. But I see something going down there on the bottom. It says 4 minutes and a half. So whoever did that, thank you. Hey, Pam. There's Pam, Mama.
Hi, Pam.
It must be everybody's home from church, so everybody's on here. Hey, Linda. I'm seeing the stars. Thank you all that are sending stars. Joy, hello. How are you? Thank you so much. I've missed a bunch on there, I'm sure, but thank you all. I'm learning about all this stuff. What are y'all having today? What are y'all eating for lunch, brunch, breakfast? I just assume that everybody's got snow out there, but I know some of y'all don't, because some of y'all are in California. But we've got snow and ice, and it's sort of intermittent. It's like it'll rain, sleet a while, then it'll snow a while, and we're at, what's the temperature? 35 degrees, so it's a good temperature to be a mixed match of weather, I guess. Isn't it, Mama?
Yeah.
Have you finished eating?
No. I'm just resting a minute.
So we're not going to... We may cook some more later. Who knows? We do stuff by the spur of the moment.
We'll be too full to eat anything.
This is just lunch. So maybe at 5 o'clock or something I might take a notion to cook, but maybe not. Probably just take a notion to eat something we got in the refrigerator already. Or I know what I will eat. I can tell right now. A biscuit with a piece of pork chop on it.
That will be good for supper. And we got cornbread left, and we can eat cornbread and
Meal. Mama's already made supper.
And then there's a whole big bowl of pinto beans left in there.
Oh, I know. No, there'll be no more cooking today, folks. We'll be eating pinto beans and cornbread for supper, I'm sure. How many of y'all, this is one of those gross things probably to some of y'all, but I love to take a homemade biscuit, or any biscuit, but Mama's homemade biscuits, a piece of leftover pork chop, and put just a little bit of yellow mustard on it. Is that weird to some of y'all? Or do y'all like mustard on your pork chop biscuits? I don't do it for when I'm eating it the first round, but for a leftover biscuit and a piece of pork chop, a little bit of mustard. It's delicious to me. But I love mustard. Y'all stay warm. She just made chicken. Kathy, did you make chicken and dumplings? Kathy?
Oh, yeah, I've been wanting
dumplings. The stars went off. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I don't know if that's something I see or something y'all see, but thank you all so much. It still takes me by surprise, but I love it.
I didn't know what was happening there for a second.
Kathy Williams made chicken and dumplings, Mama.
Oh,
We're expecting a foot of snow. Kathy, where are you? A foot. There were rumors that here a foot business, but we just got a little bit. But we got ice and some.
But it's supposed to continue until in the morning, though.
Oh well, Mama says don't give up hope. We may get a foot. Mama's going to make snow cream if we get enough, because she swears she's made it, but I don't remember it. Daddy loved cantaloupe with gravy and biscuits. Who is that? Suzanne. I've heard of that, but that's something we didn't do. But I love cantaloupe. I don't know why it wouldn't be good with gravy and biscuits.
For breakfast as a dessert.
Okay, Vera says she loves mustard on her pork chops too.
Yeah.
Kendall says Aaron Hahn would like to have some dumplings.
Oh. She's wanting me to cook.
That's one of Mama's girls. Want her to cook. Her husband, when they come here for Christmas, did you make dumplings? Mama makes them every year for. Well, you make them for 2 or 3 people, don't you, Mama, including me. Okay, who else is? Hey, Kathy. She says something about the stars. Kathy, you have to PM me and tell me about this star business. Facebook will put stuff on here, and they think they're talking to people who know stuff. And so they'll be like, you need to do reels. First of all, I had to look up reels. What's a reel? And then you need to do the stars program, and then allow the commercials, and then that will help to promote your page, they say. So I want to, that's the reason we're doing them. It's not because we know anything.
Oh, it's not because we know anything.
We are going to do some of them real things as soon as I read on how to post them. I've got to learn
how to do them and what to do.
I think it's just a 30-second thing. I thought what we would do, Mama, is some jokes. And that
you'll bombard me with all those jokes.
Bombard you with jokes.
Yeah, bombard. That's what I'm trying to get the word.
Bombard her. I'm going to bombard her with some jokes.
My tongue don't work good sometimes, or my brain one that controls it. I don't know which one it is.
Mama says you're going to bombard me with some jokes. Mama likes the jokes. She just acts like she don't.
I don't like missing them all, though.
You don't miss them all, Mama. You get a lot of them. You are smart.
I'm going to get me some joke books and study up. My luck, it wouldn't be a one that you had.
Now, Mama, I tell you, you can tell me some if you want to. Now,
I did one joke right, you said. Most of the time, I give you the answer.
Mama has trouble telling jokes. She also has trouble telling stories.
I didn't take after my brother, did I?
Mama, you all see how she buzzes around here like a bee. That's the same way she thinks and the same way she talks. So, I'll be sitting here and she'll be just, for example, she might say, just right out of the blue, did you say, what did you want? And I'm like, Mama, I don't know. Oh, well, I thought I asked you what. No, her mind's going too quick. She thinks she asked me something, but maybe she didn't. Or she'll be telling a story and she'll think I know a point of it. And I'm like, you ain't got to that part yet. And I'll say, slow down and tell it all, Mama. Well, I am, she says.
I'm trying. I'm a fast thinker.
She is a fast thinker. And she's smart, and she does things above me. I hope to someday be as smart as Mama.
Oh, sure.
I do. Jason says we get paid for the stars and the reels. I think we do just like a penny or something on the stars. I did read something about that, but I'd seen them on here forever. We never did start them. We were trying to, just come on and do our little thing here. But then Facebook says, we would like for you to do these reels and these things, and it will help to promote, which is kind of code for, if you do these, we will promote your video. Good morning, John and Momma. Hey, Rebecca, how are you from Arizona? What's your weather like? Barbara says, we finally got snow in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow.
Well, finally, we got some the other day, and I'm ready for spring now. Who else got spring fever out there? Raise your hand. I am very, I love this changing seasons. I love that we live in a place where we see all 4 distinct seasons. But I'm over it, when we get the snow, we get the weather, Christmas comes and goes. January comes, and I'm thinking, we can plant tomatoes before long.
They're posting on Facebook how many days to Easter and how many days to spring, and I thought, oh, I like that. And then it kept saying more and more, and the snow was coming. I thought, I don't want to know how many short days they are to then. I want it to be here.
Speaking of short days, Mama, we're done.
We're adding minutes now.
Winter solstice came, and it was the shortest day of the year, and so every day it's a little bit lighter. Before long, around here, dark will be 9:30. We usually you can see how to get around outside here at 9:30 or so. It's often funny to me, like here in the winter, it's dark at 5 o'clock some nights if it's cloudy and overcast. But 6 o'clock it's pitch black dark, and you can't, and I'm thinking, if it was summer, and I always do this, I don't know why. But I'll say, if it was summer, we'd probably be out here in the yard working. If it was summer, we'd be sitting in the swing, looking at lightning bugs. I always go to, what I would be doing in the summertime at 7 o'clock at night instead of thinking, oh, can I set up another hour to go to bed? Seems like you get tired when it gets dark.
I get sleepy when it gets dark.
Somebody says, do the reels and do a sneak peek with the Tupperware. Well, now we could do that too. So,
now, what's a sneak peek?
A sneak peek. Just say, this is coming on sale this month in Tupperware. Like the canister sets are $21 now, half price. Yeah. We could have done a reel and just shown the canister sets and said, this starts today. Canister sets are $21. Goes to the end of the month. So that'd be a sneak peek.
Sneak peek.
You could do that. And you could do some jokes, Mama, and tell me some jokes. I'll try to get them. I probably can't get them, but I would try. We have snow. Sandy, we do too. A little bit.
We don't have enough out there to count, really.
We don't have enough to count or make snow cream. We're going to make some snow cream if we get enough snow to make it again. Because
and this snow right now wouldn't be any good for snow cream because it's got rain and sleet and snow.
Cindy Whitehouse says, am I an only child? Am I, Mama?
Oh boy, is he ever an only child.
Yes, Cindy, I'm an only child.
Very much. It took all I could do to raise him. I couldn't raise
Well, you found perfection.
Oh boy.
Mama would have had some more children, but it just wasn't meant to be.
No.
And
I miscarried once before Johnny and twice after, so
she was trying to get a better kid.
that was all I was supposed to have was you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm an only child now because I would have had to,
share me.
share, and I might not have got pork chops and gravy at 12 o'clock on a Sunday. I may have been like ran off the table or something. I'm sure they wouldn't want to put up with me. Another thing I'm going to try to do, some of y'all have suggested this, and I'm going to try it because I can't see. I've been told, I did the thing with the iPad and I tried the video to give us a wider screen.
And it didn't.
But it didn't work, and y'all didn't like it. I didn't care for it either. But I've been told I could use the iPad to read comments if I had it like over here, and I could like log into Facebook, catch the live, and then I could see the comments. The only thing is, I don't seem to see the same things on our screen as you all see on your screen. I don't think it's all timed out just the same. I ain't sure. I'm going to try it and see. Sun is shining here and really warm. Janet, where are you?
Florida or Texas.
I
or
can't
maybe
see the rest of your
California.
comment, Janet. Anyhow, we're just glad to have y'all here. Laura, you're an only two. Power to the only children. They say only children are smart. I don't know.
I come from a family of 10.
Mommy just made that awkward. That's not what I meant. They just say, I guess because we've had more. Just take all that back. I don't know. I don't feel smart. Some days I'm like, what's my name? Where am I at? What day is this? I have 3 sisters. I always wanted an older sister. When I was a kid, I didn't necessarily. I wanted a little brother to play with or something, but I always wanted an older sister. My friend had an older sister, and she could drive, and she would take us. I'd go. She'd take him places, and I would think, I wish I had an older sister. Somebody could do something, and run around for me, and take care of me. And when Mom was mean to me,
Yeah.
I could have had somebody else to run to. Snowing here in Virginia. Kathy, yeah, you all get a lot of the same things we get. Is it icy too? Kind of rain, sleet, snow, a little bit of mixture today. Hey, Linda Bailey. Folks, we're going to go. We're going to finish brunch, lunch, and I'm going to have some more coffee and just going to watch it snow today. Maybe have some hot chocolate later. And
After all the gravy and biscuits, we'll probably be dozing off.
yeah, carbs are not your friend. Now, we don't eat this often. This is the first time we've had gravy and biscuits in
Oh, long months, ain't it?
a couple of months at least. So this ain't something we have every day. A lot of times y'all see us eat this stuff and you say, how do you eat that all? We don't eat it all the time. Most of the time, if we have breakfast, it's eggs and toast and tomatoes. You all know that's my favorite breakfast.
When I was growing up, we had this for breakfast all the time. Always.
You know what we need to do, Mama? Is we need to come back later and show the mail. We have got mail. And I would do it now, but it would cause this line to be way long. And we'll have to get it together. But y'all have been so generous. Some of y'all are just... We don't ever ask you all to send anything or stars or any of that you have to pay for. You never have to pay for anything here. Everything we have is just sharing, just with friends. And but you are so generous and so kind. And you are just awesome. You're awesome folks, and we appreciate everything you do.
They say that there's not no good people hardly left in the world. That's not true.
That's not true.
Not true,
Not true
at
at all.
all. We've got wonderful people.
Wonderful
in here.
people, and we're getting new people every day, and there are people who have been with us the whole time, and we're just all one big happy family here. And coffee time, in case you're new, and I've not said this in a while, coffee time is not really about the coffee. It's about the time. We spend a little bit of time with each other. That's what the Sunday school lesson was about this morning. Just love a little more. Love each other. Respect each other.
And it's not about the cooking, really, to start it out.
It's
just talking and communicating with people.
It's not about the cooking or the coffee. It's just about the time. It's about the time spending with each other, taking a little bit of time from the world and taking a break. Just take a little break, sit around and talk, enjoy like we are. And I love the lives. We can talk to y'all. Y'all can respond back, and we can see what's going on in your world. And we don't have an agenda. We really don't. And we don't even discuss what we're going to talk about or what we're going to, as you all can tell. I mean, if we
and
did.
Don't tell me he's going to give me a joke either, as you can tell.
If we planned it, we would do a better job probably, but we don't care about that. We're just real, and you all are real, and we just love having you sitting here at the counter with us, enjoying the day, enjoying some time. Because in the end, that's all we have is memories. That's all we have is our memories and what we've done and how we've helped people and how we've done for other people and shared and loved each other. That's the stuff we remember, and that's the stuff that matters. And so that's what we want to be here for. So if you're on here wanting advice on coffee, I like it. I drink it. I'm not really picky about what kind I drink either. I mean, I'll try all different kinds. I use Community a lot because one of y'all, I hadn't even used Community until I started coffee time. I would always just use Folgers or JFG or whatever.
What was on sale a lot of times.
Most of the time. And then you all said, try that Community. And I thought, okay, I like it. I do. It's one of my favorites. But you all send different coffees sometime, and I just love it. Just love it. You all are wonderful. You don't have to, by no means, but just getting to try different ones has been a privilege, and I'm just humbled by you all sending that stuff, the coffee and stuff for us to try. Mama, you got anything else?
No. Well, you talk through yours.
If we don't do mail later, Mama may say I haven't got it together. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really, because I
we'll
had to move stuff when they
We'll do mail the first of this week sometime.
When they was working on these cabinets in here, I had to put up stuff, move stuff, and rearrange, so it might take me a little while.
Mama her nest has been shuffled a little bit with these new cabinets. I mean, not all new cabinets. No, these were just... Well, we had some cabinets in the sunroom that we used for a little coffee station. There was just actually 2 cabinets and 2 overhead cabinets in there. And Mama said she didn't have much counter space in here, like for the mixer and stuff. You all know she won't use the mixer. And she said, well, if I had more counter space, then I didn't have to move it, which I moved it for. I didn't want her moving that mixer. She moved it the other day, and I got upset with her. I said, Mama, you cannot be moving the mixer. Anyway.
Even George fussed at me for not...
George is one of the guys who works and puts this stuff for us. He
moved it around, and he said, you don't be lifting this no more.
This right here is hard to deal with. That right there. This Mama. No, you don't know. You really have no idea. And she don't always tell the truth either.
You stop that.
I'll put it to you this way. I'll call home and I'll say, Mama, what are you doing? Nothing really. I'll come home and she's been out in the garage working and cleaning and carrying on. Or I come home that day and she had moved that mixer and moved that baker's rack that she had full of those cookbooks. I guess y'all seen them.
I moved the cookbooks by themselves. I didn't move it all on one load.
But that wasn't nothing, Mama. That wasn't nothing. You have to watch her. She'll use little words that keeps it honest. But just on the fence. I have to be like Perry Mason. Y'all know who Perry Mason is.
They don't know who Perry Mason is.
I bet they do.
The young ones don't.
Perry Mason was a lawyer on TV as a show. When I call, I have to listen to her tone and I have to listen to exactly what she says. Like, Mama's got this little thing. I don't know if y'all have heard this said or not. I'm not worth the salt that goes in my bread.
I'm not. That's the truth.
That's an old saying, like when I ain't done enough. Ain't worth the salt that goes on my
It's
bread.
a little pinch.
If I call her and I'll say, what are you doing? I ain't done a thing. I ain't worth the salt that goes in my bread. That's usually a true statement. If I call her and I say, what are you doing, Mama? And there's any hesitation, any fumbling, any, oh, not much, or nothing really.
I'm going to write down a lot of stuff to tell on you one of these days.
Or when she says, just messing around here, I better probably send somebody up here to check on her. Because she could have been moving the mixer, the bread rack. She could have been out in the carport. She could be cleaning the porch and moving all the furniture out. You just don't know what she might be trying to do. And I know I want her to do what she wants to do, but I also want her to take care of herself. And I want her to be healthy and all those good things too. And I don't want to lift her when I can lift for her. That's, I'll lift anything she says to lift. One of them.
Yeah, you will move.
But you go ahead and do it while I'm at work.
I take the notion I want it done. I want it done. So
she's in a fizz. Y'all know what a fizz is? When somebody says you're in a fizz, this one right here is in a fizz. All the time. She wakes up in a fizz. If she can't sleep at night, she lays in the bed and thinks of things to fizz about the next day. So,
you don't know that.
Let's see what they're saying, Mama.
You quit picking
Make
on
some
them.
chicken and dumplings, Brandy says. I agree with that, Mama.
They'll probably say you don't know what you're talking about and quit picking
I know
on
who
them.
Perry Mason is, Lynn says. Mama loves Perry Mason. And Columbo. Do y'all know who Columbo is? Mama's very depressed.
They took him off.
They took Columbo off her channel. So if anybody out there works, what channel, Mama?
I don't know.
What was it? The network?
Oh, Me TV.
Me TV. If anybody out there works at Me TV or has anything to do with Me TV,
Put Columbo back on.
Mama is in Columbo withdrawal. She needs Columbo back.
I like all the old ones because they're more real to life than these new things are.
Anna, we do have just a traces now. Not a lot. But we do have ice with it. So that makes up for the trace, I guess. A body that stays in motion, Paula. I agree. But does the motion have to be on a ladder or lifting or lugging? I want Mama to stay in motion. I just want her to be safe.
I'm a 73-year-old motion woman. That's
Oh, Mama. You are a dynamo. I hope our preacher's mother, her preacher's wife's mother, goes to our church. And she and Mama are about the same. They're just bzzz. And I tell them all the time, I don't know what, I'm not going to tell nobody's age, but I don't know if she's around your same age, but I told them the other night, I said, I just hope someday to be as young as you two. That's my goal, is to be as young and active and able and going. And they both look young. They both could, they're not neither one of them. Neither one of them look their age at all. And they sure don't act their age. They're both young bumblebees just buzzing around. And I'm not. I'm like, sometimes by the time we get to church at night, I'm like, just give me a little bit of coffee and I'll sit over here and be quiet. All right, folks, we've kept y'all on here. We love to talk to y'all. You're just like company to us. And that's a Southern thing. 4 or 5 goodbyes. That's Southern. You can look it up. It's the truth. So we'll probably try to work on a reel soon. So if you see a reel and it's not that good.
What was that words they said a while ago? Sneak view.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek. Oh.
You can see how technologically advanced we are.
I don't fool with the computers. Give me pen and paper. I can go.
If you see a reel from me and Mama and it's not too good,
it's because we don't know what we're doing.
and it's our first one and we're trying. We're just putting forth a little bit of effort. That's my goal in 22 is to renew. Renew in 22. And I want to renew mind, body, and spirit and thoughts and my computer abilities. I want to, step outside the box a little bit. Learn something new. And if it means doing reels. And then somebody said the other day we should do TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let's take that maybe next year. I don't think I could do. But I think the reels are like a TikTok on Facebook. Some of y'all may y'all know more than I do about it for sure. And I think we can do a 30-second thing and upload it to Reel. That's what we're going to try. So when you see one, don't judge too harshly. Just think they're trying. Bless their hearts.
No matter what you say, if it's bad or good or whatever, as long as you say bless their hearts afterwards, it's okay to say
They're trying. Bless their hearts. They don't know what they're doing, and we don't.
Bless their hearts.
A little bit of mix in Kentucky. Yeah, that's what we've got too. Kentucky and Virginia, we're up here in Tennessee. We're right up there at the top. So it's us
We're
and then
almost
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
And so in Virginia's just right over there. So we share a lot of weather. We really do. I'm 72, so much like your mama. Who said that? Mimi? Is that me? Mimi Ray? Are you worrying people too? You got to remember. Oh, Mama, she's giving you some advice. To be a little safer, like you want Mama to do. Thank you, Mimi Ray. Mimi Ray is 72, and she says she wants to do stuff quick too, but she has to remember to be safer, like I want you to be.
Okay.
I don't want you to stop. I just want you to yield.
Yield.
Thank you, Mimi, for your help. She thinks I'm picking on her, Mimi, but I'm trying to help her. What's the age of your mom? Is it Gondola Almond? What is the age of my mom?
I'm 73.
I'll let her tell you. She's 73 years old. She's going through her terrible 73s.
You said I had the terrible 2s last year.
Well, that was your terrible 2s. But anybody who has a 2-year-old knows that the terrible 2s are followed by the terrible 3s. And this terrible 73s, they're the same.
My husband always tell you, when there's a bunch of kids here, he said, I hear you laughing and going on more than a kid. Said, you're the biggest kid in there.
This is a true statement. I probably already told you all this. I'm not talking about years ago. I'm talking about year before last, before the COVID. Maybe the last of 18. I come by here after work, and my Aunt Bernice, which y'all met at Christmas time, was here. And I come in, and there was a floor full of little girls in Mama's living room. How many was there? 4? 5?
I can't remember.
It was Mama's great nieces and my aunt's granddaughter. And I said, what's going on?
Some of the kids at school.
Mama said, well, the girls want to have a slumber party, so I told them they could have it here. Me and Bernice would just play with them. And they were playing board games. And I said, see ya. Call me if you need me. And I left and went home. I was like, I ain't standing here with you and a bunch of kids hollering and playing games. But they had a good time, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Mama said, next Saturday, girls, come back over. We'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
Oh.
We had a good
Mama,
time.
maybe that's something
How
you could...
many, when you was little, how many would be here some nights and sometimes?
I don't know, but you put us out in the yard in a tent.
No, it was one time you tented. You and the boys.
It was a bunch of times.
But Yuns would sleep.
She didn't put us out there. We would beg to go out there. And we'd set a tent up in the backyard. And you know how they do those aerial views of your home? You know, like, and they'll send them to you. And they'll want you to buy them. But they'll send you a little copy. We've got one that's got a big yellow grass spot in the backyard. And Dad said, what on earth is that? And I said, that's where that tent was last summer. Because they'd taken it. We know when they'd taken it. Probably around August, because that's when the tent come down when we went back to school. And we'd killed the grass. We'd had tent out there so much that summer. But we'd go out there and play in the tent. It was just wonderful. Tomato gravy is good.
Oh, yeah, tomato gravy.
Who said that?
My daddy can make
Carrie Webb, tomato gravy is good. And let me tell you all a little secret. I am a teetotaler on tomatoes. I really am. I love my homegrown tomatoes, and I think there's nothing like them. But I have adjusted myself to the fact, or I really do like them. I love canned tomatoes that are canned, and you find a good brand that you like. And somebody sent me Somebody's sending me something about Columbo. So it was a message. But if you find a good canned tomato, like we get the petite diced tomatoes or the diced tomatoes or even the whole tomatoes. And we get the store brand, the Save-A-Lot store brand. They're pretty good, aren't they, Mom?
Yeah.
I'd rather have them as a winter tomato. Those white ones or those hard ones in the store. And you can do a lot with them. One of y'all told me the other night about making salsa with the whole tomatoes, and I'll try that. We use the petite diced tomatoes on our hamburgers in the winter. We open a can up, put them through a sieve or a strainer, like a tea strainer. The whole time we're cooking and getting ready, they're pretty well dry. You put some of those on your hamburger, they're juicy, they're good. So it's a good winter tomato hack. Well, you can also use canned tomatoes for tomato gravy on the off season, and it's good.
I'd get the whole tomatoes and mash them up to be more like
juice and all.
Juice
So
and
if
all.
you're craving that homegrown tomato gravy, you can have it in the winter too, because Mama's done it. In fact, Mama, you could do that one night and show us how you
the whole tomatoes,
do it.
mash them good and fix it.
And we do make it. The last time we made it in an orange skillet, and we got people saying you shouldn't use tomatoes in orange skillet.
I have.
We always have. That's like washing. Some of y'all have asked me about care of our orange skillets. Now, we make gravy in an orange skillet, and it will be washed in the sink with soap. But here's the thing. Years ago, folks made their own soap, and it was lye soap, and it would take all the seasoning off the iron skillet. It never did hurt the iron skillet. It would hurt the seasoning, the grease that had built up on it from the animal fat and whatever you used, and it would take your seasoning off because it was so powerful. It would also eat your hands up, and lye soap was a serious kind of business.
We used lye soap growing up all the time. Daddy would put perfumes and different things in it till it would smell good, and we also washed our hair in it.
Wow. But today's dish detergent is not that powerful to hurt your iron skillets. So you can wash them. It's not bad. Now, we don't wash our cornbread skillet all the time because we just wipe it out. The cornbread falls out. It's come out of a hot oven. You ain't gonna get much better sanitation than a hot oven and an iron skillet. We wipe it out good, put it back in there. We heat it up with oil before we ever put food in it again. So if there was a germ that may have accidentally decided to land in the cornbread skillet, we get it killed out before we pour the cornmeal in it. But we don't wash it all the time. But like a gravy skillet or a skillet we use with tomato gravy, we wash them every time. And if they need scrubbed out, we scrub them out. But we do a couple of things. We wash it, dry it with a towel, put it back on the stove eye. Yeah, that round thing that you cook on, whatever y'all call it. We call it an eye here. Some people ask about that too. And we heat it up and let it dry. So it dries on the inside as well as the surface. And then we store them in the oven or in the drawer below the oven, which is really a warmer drawer, but we use it for iron skillets. And it'll be fine. Another thing, if you have an iron skillet that sticks a little bit, fry you some bacon in it. Coat it good. Bacon is a good thing to fry to season your skillets. And you can also coat them good, turn them upside down with a cookie sheet under them on the next rack, and put them in an oven and let them bake good, and that will keep them that'll keep them seasoned as well. Old folks, back in the old days, would throw them in a fire outside. If they had a fire for any reason, if they was burning,
or in a grate if you had a grate,
or in the fireplace, and that would burn all that stuff off, and they could re-season it because sometimes it does build up. But use your iron skillets. That's the best thing for them. And if you have a rusty one, take a Brillo pad, or we call it Brillo steel wool. Scrape clean that rust out, clean it down good, put it on the stove, let it dry good, and then fry you some bacon in it. That'll re-season it.
Keep oiling them till you get them seasoned good.
Keep using them. That's the best way. Best thing for an iron skillet is use. Just keep on using it.
You've talked through yours,
Yes.
for sure. Now.
This is our 18th goodbye. We love y'all. We thank you all, and we will see you all later. Find you something good to eat today. Make you some memories. That's the most important thing. Spend some time with somebody.
Goodbye, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.